Cancer, how you doing? Welcome to your Astroflower reading. This is going to be a reading going from the 5th through to the 11th of June. Coming up to your birthday season. It might be the last week of sort of reflections for some of you. Last couple of weeks of reflections according to what you've been living over the past year and what you want to live in the future. So it's building up to that transition in your life. Let's see what's going on over here. You've got the 10 of Pentacles on the overall energy. That's really nice. So a lot of abundance. Basically, you've got a lot of abundance building up in you. And that's in regards to energy, effort, time, money. Everything's starting to accumulate within you. And it's getting ready for that new year. I've done the monthly readings, the collective monthly and the individual reading. I'm calling it Joyous June. And most people this week, between the 5th and 11th, there seems to be a process of learning how to be joyous. I think we've generally forgotten how to be happy. Just generally happy. How did we forget that? When did that happen? Well, I think we all know when it did happen. But, I think it's been trickled down to us over a long period of time. But now is the moment to sort of learn and be happy. Woof! Your karmic message on your relationship side. Now, could it be a separation with someone? It could well be. That's very, very possible. It's something you need to learn about. That's very possible as well. But there's also something to be said, because I was saying you're in these last sort of 2 or 3 weeks of reflection before your birthday season. And it could be reflecting over the past year. Your karmic mission could be to reflect over the past year and acknowledge the situations that caused you pain, so you don't repeat those situations again in the going future. That is a major possibility also from this card here, as much as a situation that causes you pain. Look at that, you get the Ace of Swords. The universe here is, let me just put some things on it because I don't want the wind to sort of like take them away. You get the universe here, which is the Ace of Swords. So it gives you, the Ace of Swords is having that ability to cut through the situations that are around you in order to see clearly your path and vision for what you want in regards to relationships. And I think the universe is helping you out here. Maybe you're being a little bit too hard on yourself or on a situation that is affecting you more than it should do. And the universe is sort of saying here, with that Ace of Swords here, they're sort of saying it doesn't have to be that way. That's the sort of feeling I get from it. Especially the fact that you've got the 10 of Pentacles as the overall energy. It is about abundance. And it's learning to sort of like not to sort of bow to, painful situations. You don't have to, maybe it's a case of you don't have to put up with it anymore. No sort of painful situations. Because look at that, you got the 4 of Wands and you get it with what I'm now calling it the light pebble. It seems to be the most important card that comes out with that light pebble. And I think here is you're getting ready to go through to a new paradigm, and it's to do with your birthday season. As I said, a new year is coming into your life, and you should be prepared for this. You should have created the 4 of Wands here. You are one of these 2 people that you can see in the background there, okay? And you have 2 wands. So you've brought your plan to the situation. And they have brought their plan to the situation. They're 2 of Wands. And it's the combining of these 2 plans that go together, dovetail really nicely together, which helps you to, unify with another person. It's a card of marriage as well. It is within the past, because it is your guides here that look after your karmic path here. And they're sort of saying here, and I think this is more a case here, that you need to understand, in order for you to be joyous, it's like an omelette. You can't make an omelette without breaking eggs. And I think that's sort of a scenario situation that's coming through you. Hermit. Everybody's been getting the Hermit. That's quite mad. The Hermit card, I've explained it many times before, just in case you haven't sort of heard the explanation, it's like the Hermit has got to go up to the top of the mountain. The mountain is his obstacles or his objectives in life. And in order to get up to the top of the mountain, he's got to go all the way around the mountain and round and round the mountain and go through the line, you know, the cloud line, in order to get to the clear skies above. And when he gets to the clear skies above, he understands the objective. He understands the obstruction that is in his life. And you are going to understand a lot about you in your life, about what has caused you pain in the past. And I really believe it's in the past here, this Three of Swords. And when he gets to the top, he understands that situation and understands that mountain and uses the energy of that mountain to just project him just ever so slightly even further up. And he can pluck that beautiful, let me just try and get it. So beautiful, that star there, that sunshine there, just pluck it like that. And as he plucks it like that, he can put that star or that sun in his lantern so that it could be his guiding star going on. And that's what I think your understanding this month about Joyous June is, that realizing that you have a calling in your life and you're being called towards abundance within your relationship side, abundance within your financial side as well, all over the place, energy, physical, but you've got to lead that path, and the universe is trying to give you this clear reasoning, this clear thinking within your life in regards to your emotional things that have caused you pain in the past. On your financial side, you have the Empress on the karmic mission. So this is on your material side. This has to do with your job, your business, and your projects. And the Empress card she has got control over her emotions. That's why she's sitting on a log that's shaped like a heart. And she's got control over her emotions, but also over her spirit and over her energy. And that's what makes her an Empress. And with that understanding, it is now time to start creating within your life. And I think that's your karmic mission on your material side, is to start converting that those emotional desires and accumulating all the things that are around you, the connection, that everything that is around you, in order to create a whole new situation. Yeah, the universe here is sort of saying, okay, this is the longer term plan that we're dealing with, the new year that is coming up in your life. And it is building up towards this abundance. And the universe is almost sort of saying, are you ready? Let's get on, let's work, let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. Because the moment your birthday season starts, that's the time to start activating what you want to be doing in your life. That's what I'm saying. It's saying, you ready for this? You've got the Temperance card now in the position of the your guides, of how your guides are trying to influence you at the moment. With this Knight of Pentacles, you know, there is a field behind him that needs to be planted up, and you know, that's what's coming through. It's not there at the moment, but it's certainly coming through. And your guides here are sort of almost saying to you, I think this week here, patience, wait. It's like, you know, you've sold something, but you haven't got the money in your account yet, but it's been sold, and it's sort of saying to you, wait till you get the money in your account before you do it, before you start spending the money. That sort of scenario. Okay. With the your future self, you get the Queen of Pentacles. This is beautiful, Capricorn card. The Queen of Pentacles, she sat at the Tree of Knowledge, a little bit like me with my tree here. She sat at the Tree of Knowledge, so she knows the process, because the tree's already gone through it many, many times, and it's creating abundance every year, that tree, with new fruits every year. And she understands that, And so she's got this sort of wry smile on her face because she knows where she's going. She doesn't have to worry about it. And I think this is what this patient card here is all about, and this Knight of Pentacles is all about. It's creating that possibility, that reassurance within yourself and reassurance within your life, basically. Let's just see what the overall outcome is. Strength. Courage. There's also, you know, the putting pay to your doubts, basically. And I wouldn't doubt in you anymore. You know, I really wouldn't doubt in you anymore. There is something to be looked at, though, that does cause you pain. And that needs to be dealt with in one form or another. But I think it's very minor. I think it's a past thing that you could almost look at it almost subjectively and just kind of going, oh yeah, that caused me pain. I didn't like that, so I'm not going to do that again. Sort of scenario. I think that's mainly it. And I think that's, you know, in order for you to actually live your ultimate truth with the Hermit card, you have to be realistic about, you know, what you're looking at the moment. And so it may be a very reflective week, I think, in regards to your rhythm in your life, about any painful situations that might have been causing you pain within your relationships around you. And it could be your couple, it could be your friends, it could be your family, your community, you know, whichever it is. Ten of Pentacles with the Wheel of Fortune. Things, as I say, are building up in you, Cancer. I think this is going to be a very good year for you, because this is when 2023 starts for you in the Northern Hemisphere. In the Southern Hemisphere, your season depicts the start of the energy of 2023 within the Southern Hemisphere. It's in the Astroflower books. You'll see it. But it's starting this whole new season, and it's going to bring a change of fortune for you. With the Three of Swords, I'll get it out there. With the Three of Swords, you get the Queen of Pentacles. So you get the Queen of Pentacles now twice, and it's running through that way. So I think this is, once you clear this emotional blockage maybe that is within you, all of a sudden it's going to open up huge possibilities for you, and could even open up the idea of marriage in connection with someone else. With the Ace of Cups with the Ace of Swords, you get the Four of Cups. Don't look to the past, look to the future, basically. And I think that's what the Ace of Swords and the universe is trying to do, is giving you that clarity of vision going forward. So don't look to the past. There is things to look to the past. I've just contradicted myself. There is things to look to the past. And yes, okay, so this makes this a lot more clearer now. There is a clear path for you to go down, which is that Ace of Cups there. And those Three of Cups have come to an end. So it's a friendship or a situation around you that comes to an end, an opportunity that you might have missed in the past. But don't dwell on it, recognize it, so then you can then work towards that new path that the universe is bringing into you, and feeling reassurance about it all. With the Four of Wands, you get the Nine of Wands. So going into this new way of being with healthy boundaries. And I think that's what that karmic message of the Three of Swords is all about. Learning about the things that's caused you pain, which will be those healthy boundaries going forward, which will then put you in a position where you can be totally frank with a relationship, completely honest. So both of you avoid any pain going forward. Or, you know, doesn't necessarily mean couple there. I mean also, you know, with you and another person, could be a friend, family member, or someone within your community. It's learning about those healthy boundaries. The Hermit and Temperance as well. Temperance is patience, and also the Hermit is about patience, because the Hermit has had to go all the way around the mountains in order to get to the understanding. Now he has to exercise that patience. And patience with yourself, be kind to yourself, Cancer. Be kind to yourself as much as being kind to other people that are around you. It will bring enormous benefits for you going forward. With the Empress card, you get the Five of Wands. Creating something new. Well, obviously, Five of Wands is, can be to do with competition or, conflict. But I don't think it's that. I think it's the Five of Wands here is almost as like reaching up to being your highest, the best example of your higher self, basically. That's what you're doing there. And when you're reaching up to be the best example of your higher self, you take one wand with you. So you leave 4 wands behind. That old way of being, which may seem a little bit chaotic, that's what the Empress is channeling. She's channeling through the chaos in the world that is around us, and she's creating something new. And I think this is where you're walking towards something absolutely new within your material path. It is something that is changing within you. There is no, and it could be a new job, it could be a new business. Well, whatever it is, there's something that you're creating new from something that might have been a bit sort of a learning curve for you. With the Knight of Pentacles, you get the Devil card. I think it's, as I said, the universe is sort of saying to you, it's time to get on and work to do. And almost you've got to be obsessive about doing and creating this new situation for you in your life. I think it's really important for you. It's going to create a really good space for you. And now we've got Temperance both on both sides as well. So it is that sort of patience and ready to rock and roll into your birthday season. And you get the Three of Cups. So it's a very sociable aspect of it all. I think it's sort of saying to you, be patient about how you network with people, how you open up your new opportunities which are coming into your life, and the change of fortune and the wheel of fortune is spinning in your favor. How you're opening it up to an extent where you actually provide a lot of security within your life and abundance. But it's being patient with those connections, those networking, allowing them to grow, and being, not necessarily putting all your eggs in one basket, basically. With the Queen of Pentacles, you get the Star card. This comes in line with the Hermit as well, and I think this is part and parcel of your life, financially, new job, because that's what brings the assurance with the Queen of Pentacles into your life, a new job, a new business, or a new way of making money, sideline, or whatever. It just seems like there's things coming into you which is really beneficial, and it's almost going to be it's going to be your calling in a way in your life, and you're going to feel like it's better than you could believe, and it's really in tune with what you want to do. And it's sometimes we can have those doubts that are sort of saying, oh, it's too good to be true. But here I think it is. It's not too good to be true. It is true. That's what's opening up for you. Did I say earlier on to call to mission? I think I did. With that Strength card there, you get that call to mission. This is where you're going to quell your doubts within your life. And I think it's mainly within your financial side, but also I think it's within your relationship side. All of a sudden you quell those doubts within you. You take the courage in your both hands and you go off on your mission to be abundant and happy in your life. That's what it's all about. And it's learning to be joyous, as I said. It's complicated, June, this joyous June. It is learning to be, happy and joyous within your life. It can be quite difficult. And it does take a little bit of self-reflection. And as you're in your autumn period, it's a time to, sort the chaff from the wheat in a way. So as you go forward into the coming year, it's going to be very clear for you. As I've said with everybody's reading so far this week, it is a working week. There is no doubt about it. It is a working week, and I think it's good work. And I think the results you're going to get out of it are going to be incredibly satisfying. Don't forget your monthly reading and your collective monthly reading, which is out on our channel. I'll also be doing the solstice reading, which kicks off at your birthday season as well. And that solstice reading reads for the next sort of 3 months. I will be on the 11th of June doing a live reading with Veritas Tarot. You will find a link to that live reading where you can ask questions, and we're going to be answering Victoria, my good self, with tarot cards and also intuition, also reading chakras and auras about your situation and stuff like that. It's going to be very interesting. Anyway, that's on the 11th of June, so you can find a link to that in the description below. In the meantime, I do thank you very much for your support for this channel. It's been absolutely beautiful. And I do thank you for that. I hope you got the best out of this reading. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.